are
back.
It's been an exciting time to be back in America. Our hope when we were in South Africa was to be back, to make sure we were back before elections, and so that's the urgency we felt back in August of making sure we just felt an urgency to get back, and we're so grateful that we're here. It's been quite the adventure being back.
Yeah, we thought initially, so we were in Kentucky for the last 4 years, and we were really just praying and asking God. You know, we didn't really feel like we fit in to Kentucky, and we were just like, God, what do you want us to do? We'll go anywhere, do anything.
And obviously we bought land there, so
we tried everything to fit in there. We tried, like, Lord, is this the place we're going to set down roots for the rest of our life and build and do mission? And we just could never get momentum, never get through the door. I
always had a longing to live in the area that I grew up in, and so I think that was always in the back of my mind.
Yeah, and we were always in Kentucky circumstantially. That's where Kelly went to school, and so when we met and got married, that was the church that she was going to, that was where she had worked last, so it was just easy. It's like, oh yeah, we're just going to carry on over there. It was never a conscious choice of, yes, this is our people, we want to plant down roots here. It was more like, this is the place we're in, so let's make it our people and let's make it our place. And so we did. We strived. We worked hard to try and make it happen, make this our place. And so that's when we were really just praying and crying out to the Lord after about 4 years of just really like
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years of Lord, we'll go anywhere, do anything. And so we went to a Rodney Howard-Browne event where he was preaching, and he was really the first voice in person that I had heard actually speak to the culture and speak to what's going on politically, what's going on economically. Fearlessly. The church has to do something about it. Whereas everyone else is kind of like, oh, the church shouldn't get involved, and Jesus is on his throne, and we should just avoid. And it's like, he's like, no, let's take this thing by the horns, dominion, heaven on earth. And so we're like, all right, this is our guy, let's go to his Bible school.
Yeah.
And so we packed all our stuff into a container, and we left Kentucky to go to South Africa to visit my family for the winter. And after the winter, we were going to go back to Florida and start this Bible school. We had applied for it and we're pumped about it. But when we got to South Africa, being around my people in my place where I grew up, we're like, man, this is awesome. Just the feeling of belonging, the feeling of contribution and significance of being with your people. And I said to Kelly, I was like, I think we're supposed to go back to Ohio when we go back to America. And she's like, she felt the exact same thing.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for Scott to tell me that, because I was feeling that already, but I was like, I want the Lord to speak to him individually.
So we canceled our Florida thing, and we landed back in Ohio 3 months ago. So we've rented a little place about half an hour from where Kelly grew up across the Indiana line, and we love it.
Yeah.
It's a lovely little rural community. It's conservative. It's our people.
Yeah.
And it feels great. And so now we're on the journey of, all right, Lord, whatever you want us to do, we'll do it.
Yeah, obedience. And it's really cool because there was multiple areas where we thought we were going to live when we got back, and how in God's goodness, he completely shut all of those doors. And knowing now, we wouldn't have been thrilled being in any of those places, because several of them are extremely liberal, and we didn't even know that they were liberal until we drive through the city. And election year is a great year to get a feel for neighborhoods, because you can see just from the signs in people's yards. So that was a huge blessing for us, and the way that God directed us to our house now was totally him, because literally everything we tried, the doors slammed shut, whereas this one, like, it flung wide open. And it's cool too, because we thought we were gonna buy. Our hope was to buy. And again, sometimes God directs our steps through circumstances, and the market is extremely high, and we didn't have peace to take out a loan. We want to stay debt free. We don't want to go back into debt again. So trusting God with finding our place now that we've found our people, we're like, okay,
God will provide the place.
And having patience in that we don't have to force or make something happen, but faithfulness looks like patience. And so we will patiently walk with God until He directs us to our place. But for now, we do really want to invest in our people.
So right now the big issues going on are obviously the election has just happened, and there's a lot of high energy. I think right after the election we were all super shocked and almost like righteously angry about all the blatant fraud and rigging and stuff that went on, that people have gone on for 100 years of politics. Like, in Africa the corruption is so easy because they're bad at hiding it, whereas in America it's like they're really good at hiding their corruption. And so I think we're just really excited to be part of whatever comes next in this nation, as far as just the exposing of a lot of uncomfortable things in the culture, and what are we going to do about it as a church. So we're excited about that. And then economically as well, we're really excited about our local area, about making an impact in the 2 or 3 little towns that we live amongst, and figuring out how to build heaven on earth through an economy, and how to build community through an economy, and how to build culture and morality and hope through an economy.
Practical everyday life things. Like, it doesn't always look like evangelism.
Yeah.
A lot of times it looks like doing the hard thing of paying more money to shop at your neighbor's store.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking a lot more about that.
But bless you guys, and it's wonderful to be back.
Yeah. Amen.